friends, today we will gain knowledge about names of hybrids, and our main objectives will be to give a brief introduction about hybrids, to discuss the names of hybrids, to familiarize students with cultivar, group and grex, to describe the International Code of Nomenclature for cultivated plants. So first of all, an introduction about hybrids. Some species, when growing together, either in the wild or in gardens, may spontaneously interbreed or may be deliberately crossed. The resulting offspring are known as hybrids. Hybrids are not always intermediates between their parents, such as in blending inheritance, but can show hybrid vigor. From the point of view of taxonomy, hybrids differ according to their parentage. Hybrids between different subspecies are called intraspecific hybrids. Interspecific hybrids are the offsprings from interspecies mating. These sometimes result in hybrid speciation. Intergeneric hybrids result from mating between different genera. Plant hybridization is more commonplace as compared to animal hybridization. Many crop species are hybrids, including notably the polyploidy wheats. Some have 4 sets of chromosomes, tetraploid, or 6 hexaploid, while other wheat species have, like most eukaryotic organisms, 2 sets, diploid. So hybridization events likely involved the doubling of chromosome sets, causing intermediate genetic isolation. Hybridization may be important in speciation in some plant groups. However, homoploid hybrid speciation, that is, not increasing the number of sets of chromosomes, may be rare. Experimental studies suggest that hybridization offers a rapid route to speciation, a prediction confirmed by the fact that early generation hybrids and ancient hybrid species have matching genomes, meaning that once hybridization has occurred, the new genome can remain stable. Hybrids are not always intermediate between their parents, as if they were blending inheritance, but are sometimes stronger than either parent variety, a phenomenon called heterosis, hybrid vigor, or heterozygote advantage. This is most common with plant hybrids. A transgressive phenotype is a phenotype that displays more extreme characteristics than either of the parent lines. Plant breeders use several techniques to produce hybrids, including line breeding and the formation of complex hybrids. An economically important example is hybrid maize or corn, which provides a considerable seed yield advantage over open pollinated varieties. Hybrid seed dominates the commercial maize seed market in the United States, Canada, and many other major maize-producing countries. In a hybrid, any trait that falls outside the range of parental variation and is thus not simply intermediate between its parents is considered heterotic. Positive heterosis produce more robust hybrids. They might be stronger or bigger, while the term negative heterosis refers to weaker or smaller hybrids. After briefly discussing our first objective, now let's go through our second objective, that is, names of hybrids. The formation of names for hybrids between plants of different genera is governed by the provisions of the ICBN. Hybridity is indicated by the use of the multiplication sign or by the addition of the prefix "noto" to the term, denoting the rank of the taxon, the principal ranks being notogenus and notospecies. A hybrid between named taxa may be indicated by placing the multiplication sign between the names of the taxa. The whole expression is then called a hybrid formula. For example, Agarostis multiplied by Polypogon, Agarostis stolonifera multiplied by Polypogon monocepalensis, Salix aureata multiplied by Salix capri. It is usually preferable to place the names or epithets in a formula in alphabetical order. The direction of a cross may be indicated by including the sexual symbols in the formula or by placing the female parent first. If a non-alphabetical sequence is used, its basis should be clearly indicated. A hybrid may be either be interspecific between two species belonging to the same genus or intergeneric between two species belonging to two different genera. A binary name may be given to the interspecific hybrid or nothospecies if it is self-perpetuating and isolated. By placing the cross sign, if mathematical sign is available, it should be placed immediately before the specific epithet. Otherwise, the cross in lowercase may be used with a gap before the specific epithet, as in the following cases. A hybrid formula may be added within the parenthesis if the parents are established. Salix cross Capriola is a hybrid formed from hybridization of Salix aurata and Salix capri. Rosa cross odorata is a hybrid formed from the hybridization of Rosa chinensis and Rosa gigantea. The variants of interspecific hybrids are named Notho subspecies and Notho varieties. For example, Salix rubens Notho, variety Bassfordiana. For an intergeneric hybrid, if given a distinct generic name, the name is formed as a condensed formula by using the first part or whole of one parental genus and last part or whole of another genus, but not the whole of both genera. In the case of condensed formula, the ICBN recommends that the multiplication sign should be placed so as to indicate that it belongs with the name or epithet but is not actually part of it. A cross sign is placed before the generic name of the hybrid. For example, cross triticosecale from triticum and secale, cross pyronia from Pyrrhus and Cydonia, and cross agaropogon from Agorastis and Polypogon. The names may be written as cross triticosecale formed from the hybridization of triticum and secale, cross pyronia formed from hybridization of Pyrrhus and Cydonia. The notogeneric name of an intergeneric hybrid derived from 4 or more genera is formed from the name of a person to which is added the termination ARA. No such name may exceed 8 syllables. Such a name is regarded as a condensed formula. Cross Potonera formed from the hybridization of Brassavola, Catilia, Lalia and Sophronitis. The notogeneric name of a trigeneric hybrid is either A. A condensed formula in which the 3 names adopted for the parental genera are combined into a single word not exceeding 8 syllables using the whole or first part of one, followed by the whole or any part of another, followed by whole or last part of the third, but not the whole of all 3, and optionally 1 or 2 connecting vowels. Or B. A name formed like that of a nothogenus derived from 4 or more genera, that is, from a personal name to which is added the termination ARA. For example, cross Sophrolalia Catilia formed from the hybridization between Sophronitis, Lalia and Catilia. When a nothogeneric name is formed from the name of a person by adding the termination ARA, that person should preferably be a collector, grower, or a student of the group. Names of hybrid genera ending in ARA, which are equivalent to condensed formulae, are applicable only to plants which are accepted taxonomically as being derived from the parents named. A binomial for the intergeneric hybrid may be similarly be written cross Agaropogon lutosus formed by the hybridization between Agorastis stolonifera and Polypogon monocepalensis. It's important to note that a binomial for an interspecific hybrid has a cross before the specific epithet, whereas in an intergeneric hybrid it is before the generic name. Since the names of nothogenera and nothotaxa with the rank of a subdivision of a genus are condensed formulae or treated as such, they do not have types. Since the names of an orthotaxon at the rank of species or below has a type statement or parentage, play a secondary part in determining the application of the name. The grafts between two species are indicated by a plus sign between two grafted species, as for example Rosa wabiana plus Rosa floribunda. In order to be validly published, the name of the hybrid genus must be effectively published with a statement of the names of the parent genera, but no description or diagnosis is necessary, whether in Latin or in any other language. For example, validly published names Cross Phylogera, published by Maxwell Masters in 1872 with a statement of the names of the parentage Lepidoptera Cross Phyllacea. Cross Agarhoridium, published by Ames Camus in 1927, is a cross between Agaropyron and Horidium. Since the names of hybrid genera are condensed formulae or are treated as such, they do not have nomenclatural types, and their application is determined entirely on stated parentage. For purposes of priority, names of hybrid genera are subject to the same rules as those of non-hybrid genera. The name Cross triticosecale antedates Cross triticale for the hybrids between secale and triticum. Names of hybrid genera that appear on or after 1st January 1953 in trade catalogues or in non-scientific newspapers and on or after 1st January 1953 in seed exchange lists are not validly published in those publications. Names published merely in anticipation of the existence of a hybrid genus are not validly published under ICBN Article 34(1)(b). Dear students, with this we have reached our third objective, that is to discuss briefly cultivar, group and Grex. First of all, let us discuss cultivar. In cultivation, variation within species or resulting from hybridization often needs to be recognized and named. Plants exhibiting desirable characters such as flower color, habit, variegation, size, fruit color, flavor, disease resistance, airliness, etc. may be recognized as cultivars from cultivated variety and given cultivar epithets. They may be propagated vegetatively or from seed. A cultivar should be distinct, uniform and stable in its defining characters, and if propagated by seed, it must retain its defining characters. Cultivars arise and may be selected from various processes and sources: selection in the wild or in cultivation breeding, and artificial hybridization, spontaneous or induced mutation. The cultivar epithet, when attached to the binomial or genus name, forms the full cultivar name. The term cultivar epithet refers only to the final element of this name, that is, the word or words enclosed in single quotation marks. The term cultivar name refers to this epithet preceded by the genus and usually the species as well. For example, genus name Malva plus species epithet, for example Moschata, plus cultivar epithet Pink Perfection, and hence gives the cultivar name will be Malva Moschata Pink Perfection. There is a similar technique distinction between species name and species epithet, as there is no other cultivar called Pink Perfection in the genus Malva. It is acceptable to shorten this to Malva Pink Perfection or M. Pink Perfection once it's clear which genus is being discussed. The cultivar epithet may also be used with the common name of the genus, for example, Mallow Pink Perfection. Similarly, where cultivars are recognized within ranks below species level, it's not generally necessary to cite every rank, but sufficient to give the cultivar epithet after the species name, or even the genus name, if there is no possibility of confusion with other cultivars. For example, Malva moschata, Alba pirouette can be referred to as Malva moschata pirouette, Malva pirouette, M. pirouette, or Mallow pirouette, as long as the name pirouette has not been used elsewhere in the genus. To distinguish cultivar epithets from the scientific part of a name, they are enclosed in single quotation marks or apostrophes and should never be written in italics. For example, Malva sylvestris primly blue, Magnolia William Watson. They should not be preceded by the abbreviation CV, variety, or F. Cultivar epithets should not be repeated within their denomination class, usually genus or group, although there are examples where this has occurred. Cultivars are often referred to as varieties, especially in the world of seed testing and legislation. This practice is contrary to the cultivated plant code, as it can result in confusion with the botanical rank variety, especially where cultivar epithets are or appear to be in Latin. Consistent use of the term cultivar is recommended in the interests of clarity. Now, we will discuss what is group. When dealing with genera where there are many cultivars or where a well-known cultivar has given rise to many others through plant breeding, it has been found useful to use a collective name, the group epithet, to encompass cultivars which share certain defined characters, though it should be noted that a group does not have to contain or be solely composed of cultivars. For example, Rhododendron nomi group contains several unnamed seedlings as well as cultivars. Group names always include the word group, and when used with a cultivar name are put in parentheses, that is curved brackets, never in single quotation marks. For example, Solanum tuberosum, main crop group Desiree, is a cultivar within a group of potatoes called main crop. The botanical rank species, subspecies, variety, and form may also be treated as groups, and their scientific names may then be given as synonyms under the group. This equivalence of group to a botanical rank can be particularly useful where the rank is no longer recognized botanically, though still worth distinguishing in gardens. For example, while Rhododendron scintillans is no longer recognized as distinct species, having been combined with or sunk into Rhododendron polycladum, but it is still recognized in cultivation as Rhododendron polycladum scintillans group, with the scientific name R. scintillans as a synonym. If necessary, a cultivar may be assigned to more than one group, and Solanum tuberosum Desiree can also be included in red skin group. Moving to the last part of our third objective, that is Grex. In orchids, where complex groups of hybrids may result from repeats of a particular cross, the group system is further refined. Each group is given a Grex name, that is flock in Latin, which covers all offspring resulting from crossing those particular parents. However different the progeny may be from one another and however many times the cross is made, individual cultivars within the Grex may then be named and must be propagated only by vegetative division or micropropagation. Although a Grex is similar to a hybrid in principle, backcrossing a member of Grex to one of its parents results in a new Grex with a new name, whereas backcrossing a hybrid distinguished purely by a scientific name results in a progeny which still bear the same scientific hybrid name. In contrast to group, parentheses are not used with Grex names, and Grex is abbreviated to GX. For example, P. Leon Shantung GX Muriel Harbord is a cultivar within P. Leon Shantung Grex. Finally, let's deliberate about our last objective, that is, to discuss International Code of Nomenclature for cultivated plants. The International Code of Nomenclature for Cultivated Plants, that is ICNCP or Cultivated Plant Code, is simpler and shorter than Botanical Code and sets out the rules for giving and using epithets in two special categories, cultivar and group, designed for recognizing and naming variation within species or resulting from hybridization. Note that the scientific names of plants in cultivation, for example, family, genus, species, and subspecies, are still governed by the Botanical Code, whether or not the plants have also been given cultivar names. Revised editions of the Cultivated Plant Code have in the past been published less often than for the Botanical Code. Though rapid changes in cultivated plant taxonomy and related areas suggest that they will be needed more frequently in the future, new editions are the work of the International Commission for the Nomenclature of Cultivated Plants. The most recent, Breckel et al. 2004, followed meetings of the Commission in Edinburgh 1998 and Toronto 2002. The code is summarized in 11 major principles, including promoting uniformity, accuracy, and stability in the naming of cultivated plants, operation of the principle of priority for cultivars and groups, each bearing only one accepted name, free availability and use of cultivar and group names which should not be used as trademarks, regulation of the correct procedure for giving and using cultivar and group names, support for the practice of registering cultivar and group names with International Cultivar Registration Authorities (ICRAs) and the publication by them of lists of registered names. The importance of selecting, preserving, and publishing nomenclatural standards for cultivar and group names, retroactive application of rules unless stated otherwise. Though the Cultivated Plant Code mentions and discusses scientific names, common names, trade designations, and trademarks, it is made clear that they are not governed by this code. Dear students, this brings us to the end of this lecture on names of hybrids. Hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Have a nice day.